Yo, I put it like wow, this that sound. These oaks don't work hard like me, I hope they know by now. Bayo Bab, stand my ground. Throw these money trees, go overseas like Percy Tau. I'll make sure you stay around, quiet when I'm under loud. No negatives allowed, me and positivity took a vow. I always play to win, don't anticipate loss. Mind always in the clown, my boy. Never think about the drop, never ever ever think about the drop.
Right, so James, how about this? And I promise you I didn't think about this as you were talking, and Brad is here. I'll pay for a month, right? 3 times a week, so that's 4 weeks. What's that? For 12. So 12 sessions to go and see Brad. But you have to write it down, what you guys do together. Has to be written down, what your numbers are now. And it's about health. I don't care about weight. I don't care about any of that. I want to know the scientific numbers, which Brad can do much better than me. I'll pay for a month of it. If you commit. If you miss one session though, you have to pay me back for all 12 sessions. So think about it. If you miss one session, right? And I don't want to hear about traffic. And if you miss one session, right? And we're gonna have to. I tell you what we'll do. We'll think about a time and we'll announce it on the show. Because I also don't want it to be in the afternoon. It should probably be like 5:30, so that it's also taking you out of your comfort zone. 5:30, you can be there, you can shower there, and you can come straight to work and have a good breakfast.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I will pay for a month for you to go and see Brad. 12 sessions. I'll do it. Will you do it? Oh, I didn't hear it. Where's your mic?
Sorry.
Said louder.
So, some stuff happened in the back while you were speaking. We had to mute the mic. Anyway, yes. My answer is yes.
Okay, so we're doing it. Welcome to it, sports fans. It is the MKT Show. And now that clip is important because, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, sometimes when you start a race, there's those people who think I can touch the finish line, so I'm over the finish line, but it's going to cost you because, it's, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. It's a fantastic Friday today. Shout out to you guys. As you know, fake meetings are happening today, but oh no, there has been breaking developments in James Ilsley's fitness commitment. As you saw in that video, he was willing. What he cut out though, because James did actually cut that video, he has cut out a part where I am paying for him to go and see Brad, but he has to go to every session and I'm taking no excuses. Otherwise he has to pay me back in full. And he had one more session and let's just say he didn't make it, and the excuse is, it's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. So James Ilsley is about to find out how much money he owes me, and it'll be interesting to see what his response is at that stage once I'm ready to reveal that number. So heartbreak for some, I mean pain, agony, and poverty. The life of James Ilsley, the life and times of a man who's just vibes. I mean, boy, oh boy, it breaks my heart to have to take money off the guy, but you know, we've got to learn lessons, no excuses, and it is ugly. But with me, two gentlemen who haven't made any excuses yet, but they support Manchester United, so you can expect an entire Rolodex for them. We'll start off with the man who's on point. I mean, the swag, the shoes are next level. Limited edition, surely, probably bought from Kanye West while he was getting music made, while he slept on a floor in a stadium or something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Portuguese, president of everything Portuguese, Paulo Diaz. Paulo, are you kidding me with those sneakers?
I'm not angry with James, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed. Why at the end, man?
Last day.
So close.
Last day.
The last day, and it's not even like part of the calendar month.
Yeah.
You went through a calendar month.
Yeah.
And then you bow it up.
No, literally today, last session. He done everything. Today was the last session. He could have just gone there and not even gymmed. Just go there and then,
call it in. Like
yeah.
Don't phone it in, because that's the point. But
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mail it in, as they say. He could have mailed it in, but
I'm heartbroken, but at the same time, he's memed me bad.
yes.
Memed me very bad.
Yeah.
And the gods of irony and serendipity, and that's it. Finger wagging.
They got him.
They never sleep.
Oh, yes.
Listen, with great power comes great responsibility. Also, you've got to go to the gym on the last session where you will owe an incredible amount of money.
Are we talking thousands?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's 12 personal training sessions.
I would say, I would even go this far. We're talking thousands and thousands.
Because I know it's an exclusive gym.
Yeah.
You're not even allowed taking your phone into the gym.
Yeah.
This is what I hear.
Yeah.
Celebs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, James is in, and he's wearing a new Liverpool shirt, so he was probably cock a hoop.
Yeah,
going, I'm spending 1,000 rand on a new Liverpool shirt.
And that's an original one. Are you kidding me? That's
Over 1,000.
$1,800 for that.
Easy. What expense could I incur?
No, I'm James.
I'm James. I'm vibes. And then what happens?
The last day. Today was the last morning. I call him, tries to ignore my call again. So, Paulo, I just want to give you some context this week. James has been ignoring my calls because 4:15 was the agreement.
4 a.m. club, I get it.
That's it. And then I call him this week. 2 days, he's ignored my calls. The one day he completely ignored my calls, said something about stress. I'm not too sure. I mean, what's James, like 23? Not sure what real stress he has yet. But okay, in his world, he's stressed. Ignores my calls completely. I see him at work. That's fine. Whatever. This morning, tried to ignore my calls again. I did call him back 3 times. I said, no way, not today. Not on the last day, James. I'm on your side.
No, what?
I want you to have my money.
Exactly.
I don't see it as an expense. It's an investment in a friend, in a colleague, and somebody I care about deeply. It's not an expense for me.
Senzo is buzzing to say something because this is a man who had to wear Liverpool shirts for a week.
Yeah.
Senzo loves it.
Senzo, how you doing, pal? Looking handsome, combed hair, slick. Again, a lot of people saying yesterday, I need to leave you alone. Or, actually, somebody did ask me for feedback. What kind of sunlight are you using on your skin every single day?
That's one secret I'll never tell.
Oh, you won't tell. All right, Senzo. All right, Senzo, what's happening? What do you have to say about James on the last day?
So James, did you leave your house wearing that Liverpool jersey to go to the gym?
James, I think you can step in there. I wasn't with James.
No, I didn't.
Okay, all right. Hey man,
So your thoughts?
the long male appendage of karma
Yes.
will F us all.
Uh.
Less than a week.
No, less than
last
hours.
day,
It's a 45-minute
Less
session.
than 45 minutes.
Shout out to Evers up there.
GOD.
I knew you got my back.
Hey, Jimbo. Listen, this is tough, James. I mean, please don't think I'm getting any joy from this because
Of course you are.
these guys are loving it. I was on your side, James. I took hard-earned money out of my own pocket. I come from a working-class family, and it's just, it pained me to hand those rands over. But I thought, you know what? This is a man who's looking to change his life. This is a man who wants to stay with his lady. This is a man who's turning it all around, and he's all in, all the time, all James, all vibes. And he's part of the 415 club. I mean, Jimbo at the last hurdle, heartbreak. And we will kind of really get into the story on the other side. So let's just get a shot of James's face right now. Yeah, that's James there, realizing that beans and toast and probably store bread now. He can't have any of that sourdough kind of ciabatta stuff that he enjoys because he's a yuppie from the northern suburbs. It's store bread now.
Do you think he still has the receipt for that Liverpool shirt? So James, take that shirt back,
Yes.
get your money back,
Yeah.
and then we can go on Facebook Marketplace and find one for 150 Rand for you.
That's the way. Waterfront. I wonder if that guy's still
No,
there.
they're not there. It's Facebook Marketplace now. You can get it.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's do that. We can even get like for 180 Rand.
Yeah.
Steven Gerrard's name on the back.
Hey,
No.
the good old days.
We can get Messi on the back for 200 Rand.
Put Ronaldo on the back.
And then you're still up. So I think I found the solution.
No, you've done it, and I agree. I mean, now taking back the shirt at 1,800 bucks is nowhere near enough for money to
No,
pay me
I-
back.
I
I want to
can-
be very clear. It's nowhere near it.
I mean, we're talking like
1,000 dikiti.
no, but like, you get personal trainers,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, you get physiologists.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it's not a personal trainer do some burpees. This is diet, nutrition, biokinetics, physiology, who you are, shape, soul, body.
Range of movement. I mean, we're talking scientific terms here. Ladies and gentlemen, I get no joy. I derive no joy from this. It pains me that James will now, he's already living in a slum village. He will now have to probably shop. He's going to have to downgrade from the big W and shop at just your regular market. He's going to have to walk around with us normal people because he's about to lose a lot of money.
But you must be excited as well.
Who, me?
Your money's come back.
No! It wasn't. You see, you're viewing it as though I'm saying it's a liability. This was an investment.
Yeah, but now the investment has matured.
No,
Not in the way
it
that you
hasn't.
wanted. Not in the way that you wanted.
I
But
heard.
it's
No, because this is not. It hasn't matured because
Yeah, it's true.
I had the amount of money before.
Yeah, but
it stayed exactly the same.
so it's not a.
It's a loss.
You didn't lose in this. No, you didn't lose.
No, it's a complete loss because the objective was for James to be the guy
And you see what happens when you get ahead of yourself.
with the memeing, huh?
Memeing.
All right, I told you in return they already are at him. James, what's going to happen? You meme people and you don't pitch up at 5 o'clock where you're supposed to be, and now you got thousands of rands going back to where it came from. It is tough. But
And
listen,
it's summer, guys. It's warm now. Shame he does have an excuse, but I just feel in these days of Ubers.
oh, Paulo.
Don't go there.
No, we will go there on the other side. All right, it's the MKT Show. It's Friday. I'll give you the Friday 5, and then we'll get into a little bit of the Premier League this weekend. Then we got Flip Van der Merwe, and he's coming up on the other side. Oh, Jimbo, not at the gym. Jim, not at the gym. It's tough. It's tough.
Jim, no.
Jim, no.
Jim, no.
Boy, oh boy. I mean, it brings me no pleasure. But Paolo, you touched on it just before we started. By the way, the MKT Show. Remember, if you are new, welcome. Please hit subscribe. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. That's where we want to be. You know, that's where we want to be. So, Paolo, you touched on it just now. So this morning, you know, I phoned James, tries to ignore my call. I call him back. Like, Jimbo, let's get going, pal. You know, and I think this is good to put it to the vote, you know, because he was up around 20 past 4 and we're chatting, boom, boom, boom. All right, enjoy the gym. Cool. This is 20 past 4. He has to be there at 5, 40 minutes. He lives 10 minutes from the gym. So I'm thinking, oh, he's in the money. He's packed his bag already, surely, because he's been at it now for a while. He knows what it takes. Get there, get home. And then when he then realized it might be worth phoning me, because I'd imagine he was stressing out, like, oh, how do I get out of this, blah, 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 was when he's phoning me, he's already late for the gym by, I think, 9 minutes. So he's already phoning me 9 minutes after he should have been at the gym. And his reasoning was, my car wouldn't start. So I'm like, oh, what do you know, as though like, yeah, that's legitimate.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you Uber? And then he said, how am I going to get to work? I'm like, Uber? Like, what do you mean? I don't understand what he means. But in his mind, he thought, oh, I'll tell him my car didn't start. And that's
Off the hook.
And I'm out. I don't want to cast aspersions on a person.
yes.
Yeah. I think it's endemic of the problem with James's generation.
Yeah, that's
You know,
smart.
it's like, but my car didn't start.
I hear you.
Entitlement, help me.
Yes.
Daddy,
Victim.
can I get the trust fund?
Yes.
Daddy, you know, and I'm just talking about the generation.
Yeah, it's not James in
So-
particular.
No, my generation.
Yeah.
Walk?
Yeah.
What's an Uber? What's an Uber? I can't even see the phone.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that-
Because that's the thing. I was
10
like,
minutes. 10 minutes. That's not even, I doubt that you'll even pay 25 Rand. That time in the morning, no surge charge.
Exactly. So,
yeah, that's what we were saying. Like, welcome in now. When he said my car didn't start, welcome in now, like, just take an Uber.
Especially even 100 Rand for an Uber
yeah.
for what he has to pay now.
Yeah. That is tough. That is tough. Jimbo, I mean, it's probably a good
I
time
like what you
for
said.
you to come
It's
in.
tough.
It is tough. So yeah, Jimbo, maybe I should have a weight with me actually, because this is what you would have seen if you went to the gym. Now, Jimbo, a lot of people. Just your take before we put it to the vote. You know what I mean? So you woke up and you thought to yourself, what, 5 o'clock? I'll give him a shout. because it was 9 minutes past 5, I think, when James called me, which is 9 minutes later than he should have been at the gym. So not like warming up. James should have been at the gym at that time. So Jimbo, let's take me through it. I call you 20 past, you get up, what happened? What's the process, pal?
I got out of bed.
Yeah. Immediately, or...
Well, I have all my stuff pretty much together from the night before.
Why did you say pretty much?
Because like everything's packed and all of my stuff's ready.
Okay, cool.
So there's not much to actually do in the mornings besides maybe like wash my face.
Okay.
Yeah, I got out of bed and then went downstairs and then my car wouldn't start. So then I immediately thought about work instead of gym and how I'm going to get this sorted so that I could be at work instead of gym. Because, right?
Uh-huh.
And Uber wasn't very high on the list of thoughts that I had this morning. It was more like my car's broken. So that was higher on the list of thoughts. And yeah, that's just kind of how it went.
So you thought to yourself, so what's your immediate thought? Is I'm going to call a mechanic right now at 5 a.m. and he'll come immediately? Or what was your thinking? Are you just trapped in the, oh my gosh, my car doesn't work. This is terrible for me. You're not thinking about a solution at that time.
Well, I was, but it was hard because it was 5 o'clock in the morning and like no AA or tow truck driver that, I mean, I haven't dealt with tow truck drivers often, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Are open or
There's
available.
no ways.
So,
But
No.
I mean, I'd give you the excuse, right? It's like, it's kind of like Senzo's phone situation, actually, before Senzo becomes a hypocrite. Is that, come on, guys, both of you. Like, I don't need to hear it. Is he talking about somebody, you know? You're talking about, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing here? Is that, that's not even close to an excuse. You haven't even tried on that one. Like, get an Uber. Like, you know Uber's an option. You've taken Uber before, you know? So I wish I could excuse you, Jimbo. But it's tough. We have to learn a lesson. And this one's, come on. Hey, between you and me. But maybe I should ask Ryan. I mean, Ryan, you're besties with James. His car's not working. Obviously for you, Ryan, it becomes a whole different thing because you need to spend you would need to spend the GDP of a small country to Uber from Devilsdorp. But what are your thoughts here? His car's not working, you know?
Yeah, I think it's a valid sort of thing. I mean, coming from the West Rand, I couldn't walk there, I couldn't run there.
Yeah.
Uber, do Ubers even operate at 5 a.m?
Of course they do.
Ryan, what time do you think I get to work every day?
Do you Uber? I thought you walked to work.
What time do you think I get to it? Would you estimate?
I would say 5:30.
You're right.
Oh.
And I Uber.
Oh,
Come
okay.
on. Come on, Oaks. You can do better.
Maybe
Curfew.
Uber
Like-
doesn't operate where I live.
But
at
do,
5:30.
yeah, well, I don't know if it operates at all where you live. If I was an Uber, there's no way I'm going past 14th Avenue or Gordon. But, yeah, so you think it's right. Huh? Maybe it is a generational thing. Paulo, I think you've nailed it here. Because you see how very easily, so Ryan just went straight to, yeah.
Should I get a poll up?
Yeah, get a poll up. I mean, it won't matter. I'm kind of looking for a vote. So you're saying, I'm not really looking for a vote. I've already made my decision. But
Sure.
You would change my mind. So you're saying it's valid that James, you're voting for James shouldn't pay me back.
Yes.
Why?
A car not starting is a valid it's a valid reason, I think.
In this situation. So let's say his car wouldn't start the whole morning. Would he have
Yes.
stayed at home the whole morning? Would you say?
He doesn't have parents that stay here
Yes.
per se, so
Yes.
he doesn't really have a backup plan. But then again, he did make a deal with you,
Yeah.
and I know a deal with you is a whole different deal.
Well, no, he made a deal with himself, actually. So now you're saying it's a valid excuse. I'm not too sure why you're saying it's a valid excuse, because is the Uber thing, is that outrageous to suggest he should take an Uber and fix his car on the weekend? Or
But that's like saying if the taxis were to strike here and
Yes.
nobody who get to work, they must Uber to work.
no, that's very different. People that take taxis cannot afford an Uber.
Okay.
So I would totally understand. I'd be like, oh, what? You live in Vosloorus and you need to come here. Of course. I mean, to you, 100 Rand a week is your transport.
Sure.
Yeah. So I don't understand what you mean there.
James. Sorry.
You
I
tried, eh?
I
Yeah, you
tried.
gave it a bash.
Sorry,
I mean,
James. I gave it the good old West Rand try.
yeah, and that's just going to fall short, hey? Now, Senzo, perhaps we could link your phone story in here. Is you've justified your phone not being here by saying somebody else, you're waiting for somebody else, and you're, 30 years old. So perhaps you can understand James's mentality
No.
on excuses.
No. I don't understand his mentality.
Well, I mean, you kind of do. You
No,
have a
listen.
phone and you're a 30-year-old man.
You know, like,
Listen.
I've listened to this.
Yeah.
And
Have you heard Senzo's excuse?
I've heard the story.
No, it's not my excuse. It's what's genuinely happening. If you choose to believe it, you choose to believe it.
Okay, let's
If
hear
you
your
don't-
excuse.
No, it's fine. It's
No, let's
okay.
hear your excuse.
No, it's not an excuse.
So-
But if you choose to believe me, you choose to believe me. If you
Folks,
don't, you
for
don't.
people at home, like, here's what we're dealing with. Senzo, get a phone. Yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to get back so that he can give me a phone.
No, I've
So
arranged
shops.
it with him.
So why didn't you go to a shop, a retail store?
Well, I've already made the arrangement. If I've made the arrangement, I've made the arrangement. So, like, whatever. If you choose to believe me, you do.
No, it's not that I don't believe you. It's that you think it's good enough. It's ridiculous. You're 30 years old. Go to a shop. Like, what? I've been doing this since I was 15. Am I crazy?
No, you know.
Am I taking crazy pills here?
Yes, you are.
This is so, like, now it's another grown man's problem that you don't know how to. You know what? We agreed.
I've got one. I
we
gave you
agreed
my
about
other life.
3,000 years ago. We did bartering.
Oh, my
And it's
God.
so simple. And the Medici family introduced banking in about the 15th century. And on a note, you know what it says? It says credo, which is called trust. And what you do is that you give the other person the currency and they give you something back. We've done it for hundreds of years now. Like hundreds of years. So you and James can't figure it out, huh?
What this conversation astounds me because I work in the real world. Right?
Yeah.
The real world.
Yeah.
Cars not starting,
Yeah.
not having phones.
Yeah.
Those are dismissible offenses.
Mental.
Dismissible. And now I have to feel so. And parts of me watching James in his sad little black and white film noir, looking like a Woody Allen movie over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking so sad, like he's putting on his most miserable little face today.
That's it.
So we can feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
Every time the camera goes on, he's got a little miserable face.
Yeah, woe is me face.
It's like, I kind of feel sorry for him. Like, shit, James. I will pay actually to not you feel so bad. But then I go and I look here and I see memes, all the memes on me, and then I don't feel so bad anymore.
Yeah, and so Senzo, to your ridiculous comrade James, what do you have to say?
Nothing.
Is it an excuse?
No, it's not an excuse. Listen.
No, what about him? I'm saying is it an excuse?
Working
for
with
him?
amateurs.
Yours is ridiculous.
I am working.
Yeah,
with
but the thing is,
amateurs.
the thing is,
You can understand it. This is what
no, I can't understand it. But like, the thing is, people are gonna think I'm ridiculous. But like me, I just brush. I really don't care.
What we do. I wish you got a phone because we're in the working world.
I've got one.
So why can't I phone you?
You can phone me, Mbulel. I've given you my backline. Don't act like I'm totally off the grid. You know, the thing is, like,
No, but you know what? I tried to phone you on that. And Balila gave me that because I need to get some stuff. And your voice message, that's definitely for your side chick phone.
It's
I don't
Because
have a
that's
side
like,
chick.
Yeah.
hey,
Wait,
baby,
but if Senzo
what's
has a
going
phone,
on?
does he have WhatsApp? Is the real
no,
question.
but I mean, it's that he's justifying it, just like
No, I'm
James
not
is
justifying it. No, I'm not justifying it.
Yeah.
You can phone me.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can. Phone me right
Each
now.
other these days.
Oh, it's incredible.
Oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. So wait. First, you're saying you can't communicate with me.
Yes.
You can communicate with me.
Yeah.
But you only communicate with me on your terms.
Well, as an employer, I'd like to think yes. Yeah, so yes, as an employer, yes. You've just laid out the employee-employee relationship without realizing it.
Listen, it's fine.
You're right. No, it's not. I can't get hold of you.
Listen, Bulelo, before relax. You'll be able to contact me on your terms.
When do you think? Do you think by the end of 2022 I'll be able to?
No. By the end of
Facebook will
next
change its name again.
No. By the end of next No, hold on. Let me finish.
To
from
meta-
meta to better. Maybe that's when he.
No. By the end of
Not
next
beta, better.
No, by
And
the
then
end of
after
next-
cop to Greta.
Hold on.
How dare you? How dare you, Senzo?
By the end of
You
next,
came here. How dare you?
by the end of next week, you'll be able to contact me the way you want. You'll be able to FaceTime me. I'll even be wearing a gown for you.
Paul, I don't want to FaceTime you. I want to send you a WhatsApp message. I need something for work. Just get back.
MKT,
Sure.
if you want to get a hold of Senzo, you have to put an email. You
Yeah.
have to make it important.
Yeah.
And you have to put a good subject line so it's
And
intriguing
a
for
smoke
him to
signal.
open
Say,
it.
Senzo, please go to James's house and tell him how to use Uber, which has been around, and actually 13-year-olds use it to go to school. I know a 13-year-old.
Oh no, I see at my daughter's school, I see loads of the high school kids.
They
getting
Uber
it.
themselves.
They Uber themselves.
I've just got a message for Ryan. You must drink water and mind your own business.
Well, you know what? I think to wrap it all in a neat little bundle, and we mentioned Greta there, and it is COP is happening, and it's all about
it is.
Our environment and global warming. And what I think we have here is two members of the team who, between not having a car and not going to the store to get a phone, have zero carbon emissions. However, the BS emissions are through the roof. That is the next global disaster.
Listen, I'm not feeling sorry for myself, unlike James.
I got a smile out of him earlier.
Okay,
He
James.
was smiling.
I'm not feeling sorry for myself.
Cue the music. Cue the out music. That's what he's done. He's cued the out music.
James has had enough. Senzo's had enough. Senzo's not feeling sorry for himself. Not sure why he would need to feel sorry for himself. He is in the wrong. So it doesn't make any sense why you
that's what
would
I'm
feel
saying.
sorry for
No,
yourself.
but that's what I'm saying. James is feeling sorry for himself.
Children.
I'm not.
Children.
Small kids.
Childish.
You guys
behavior.
are, you know what? The two of you are worse than a 13-year-old who I know is Ubering themselves to school
Childish.
and manages to have a smartphone, which can have WhatsApp, and knows how to use Uber. So how old are you, James? 20? 25.
Yeah.
And Senzo, how old are you?
365.
So 55, you're 30, eh?
31.
So 56 years, or what did you say you were, James?
25.
25, so what's that, 66?
Yeah.
66 years, can't figure out a phone and Uber. Incredible. You know, solution. How about this? Oh, this is going to be incredible. Senzo, right? You go to James's house, right? And you go, James, on your phone, there's something called Uber, because you might know about it from the time you had a phone. And then James goes, oh, but my car's stuck. I would take you to the thing. Then, James, you Uber Senzo on your phone, which works, to the shop to get a phone. Hey?
You know what? I'm over-explaining myself. Like, if you... Whatever.
Hey?
Whatever.
Hey, James, I'm giving solutions here, pal. I mean, James, you obviously don't have the money to Uber following when I do reveal how much you do owe me, and we will reveal that.
Bolelo, you're low.
No.
Work it out. Calculate it. I've calculated.
I've got
12 sessions.
I've got a ballpark figure of what it is.
I saw the inside of that gym yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw the inside of the
No,
gym.
I know how much it costs because I've got mates that go there. So
Tough. Jimbo, you're going to come out of this stronger, huh?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
No, you know what's going to happen now is you're going to actually have to walk.
And that's how I'll become stronger.
Yeah, can't get petrol.
and you'll never walk alone.
Boy, oh
There
boy.
you go.
Boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Well, it is the MKT Show. And it's actually a sports show, but yeah, that's what happens. I mean, we got Simpiwe Mteto saying, the guys are letting James down. It's a valid reason and not an excuse. Now, that Simpiwe Mteto lives in Boksburg, so don't worry about her. You shouldn't be taking advice from anybody who lives in Boksburg. Look at it like this. James had an issue, his car not starting, and instead of complaining, he made a plan and got it sorted. That says a lot about his character. I mean, the problem is he's phoning me late already. It's kind of like, you see that, again, Simpiwe from the same generation. You know what I can't stand? People phone you at the time they're supposed to be at work saying there's traffic. You want to see me mad? Oh, sorry, I'm stuck in traffic.
You got to preempt it.
No, I'm stuck in traffic. And to them, oh, absolutely. At least no, you're supposed to be at work now, but I'm stuck in traffic. So where were you 45 minutes ago?
I like angry MKT.
It doesn't make sense. Hey,
I got taught a lesson just before we wrap this
no,
up.
let's hear it.
I got taught a lesson, not at a dissimilar age to the Get Along gang over here.
Yeah.
We had a
That's awesome.
we had a guy come over from radio stations use consultants from other countries, and we had a guy come over from Australia to do some training with us, and it was my job every morning. Our office was in Santon, and he was staying at the Michelangelo 2 blocks away. So it was my job every morning. I offered, I'll go pick him up on my way, I'll pass the place, and I'll bring him to work.
Yes.
Tuesday I did it, Wednesday I did it. That Wednesday night I played soccer, hurt my back.
Yeah.
But like terribly.
Yeah.
Couldn't walk the next day.
Yes.
Straight away, as I wake up, go to the physio. And now I'm like, we couldn't communicate as easily now, but still able to phone, whatever. So look, I can't pick this guy. I phoned the guy first, say, here's the situation. He says, no problem, it's 2 blocks. I'm Australian, I walk to work anyway. I'll walk there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He and I sorted out. When my bosses found out that I neglected my duties because I had committed to picking him up,
Got you.
never mind the fact that he was okay, never mind, whatever. I got nailed to the wall over it. Nailed to the wall.
Yeah.
Right? And I was astounded at the time.
Yes.
But to this day, it was such a good lesson to go, nobody cares.
No, well,
Nobody cares.
and oh God, do I love that? And you know what? People always talk about responsibilities. It's the Instagram era. It's like total responsibility is I don't want to hear I'm waiting for someone with the phone. I don't want to hear about Uber. Don't tell me that. It's not interesting to me. I'd say get a phone, get to the gym. It's not my problem if you want to say I want to take absolute responsibility, and I love that lesson. So listen, it's also not just about crashing, guys. James is going to learn from this. Senzo will learn from this. By the time they're both 50, maybe figure out a phone and an Uber. Incredible. People helping people. It's a wonderful story.
Jesus wept.
It is. All right, it is a Friday. It is a Friday, and we got Flip Phone and Mava coming up. We got a great show coming up. James rocking that brand new Liverpool shirt. Boy, oh boy, is it going back to the shops. After the break, we'll reveal how much does James owe me. By the way, you can vote on the stream. Is James's car not starting an excuse for him to miss the gym and pay me back thousands and thousands of rands? The MKT Show, the James saga, poverty, agony. The James life continues on the other side. On a day where a man's economic situation will be changed a little bit, I would imagine. Because I don't know, James might have invested well, as a young person. His mom seems like a great lady. I've never met his mom, but his family seems very organized. And with it, they might have said, with his first check, you better save 50%.
Birthday money into unit trust.
Yes. So he's just going to have to, it could be a drop of salt in the ocean, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. Not many people can take that hit, especially on the last day.
It's a gut punch.
45 minutes away. It's like losing the World Cup final.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer against Munich in 99. That's what's happened.
And Solskjaer's won it. Yeah.
It's a long time ago. He's not winning now. Obviously, Man United are terrible now. You know what I mean?
James, I've got a theory. I think MKT sabotaged you because you ignored his phone 3 times, and he said, "I'm gonna get this bastard back."
What do you reckon I did? I went in.
You're petty. You're from Limpopo, so hey. Big time.
James, now that is possible because one thing we haven't asked you, and maybe we didn't create a safe space for you, and maybe that's why your car didn't work, is what was wrong with the car in the end? Because I did see your car in the parking lot, parked as it normally is. So how did you eventually turn it around that you could eventually be at work on time and just get the graphics looking?
Can I just jump? Sorry, James, I know.
Did you say, can I just jump a cable there? What did you say?
Well, maybe I just said that. Based on this generation smashing we're having, flat battery.
Well, I mean, James, don't let Paolo to speak for you. You've obviously fixed the car and you are at work on time and the graphics are looking incredible. What was the issue and how did you solve it?
It was actually a flat battery. And which is weird because I also, when I got to the car this morning,
yes,
nothing was left on or open in terms of lights. And then I have mates that are staying with me this week. So I woke them up and irritated them and asked to jump start the car, and then it worked.
James, when last did you change your battery? Have you ever changed your battery?
Yes, I changed it during lockdown in 2020.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Yeah, we're talking 18 months.
Wait, you've got people at your house with a car.
Yeah, but they have to get to work also, right?
At what time?
Lift club, dog.
I don't know.
Like normal time. You have to be at the gym at 5. You're back by 6:30 latest.
You can't.
No, I know, but I only leave the gym at like 7:15.
So I mean, organize with the lads. Come on, Oaks. You're staying at my house. Don't be selfish. You've got the power position, guys. I need the car. Like, okay, we'll make it happen. Just tell your boss you're gonna.
I'm not going joining.
But okay, James, this is not about bashing your character, right? Because it can very easily go that way.
Even though we've spent the past 20 minutes battening your character.
Yeah. Yes. It's basically like I'm not racist, but kind of thing, you know. Now, James, are you ready to hear the amount? How do you want to do it, Jimbo? Do you want to guess how much you owe? Or are you ready to just hear it? Well, what do you want to hear?
Can the team all take a guess?
Yes, okay, fantastic. All right, so...
yes, let's pay high-low. Okay, high-low.
All right, we'll start with the one responsible person at the back. Welcome, even if we don't see you, Welcome, I'd like you guys to... Yeah, I mean, if Welcome can come on. Welcome, what would you guess? So 12 sessions, my man, James. So Welcome, of course, sound guru, studio guru. I believe he lives here, actually. But he says he has a wife and a baby, and I have seen a photo of them. Don't know when they see him. This guy's always at work. Welcome. What would you guess? 12 sessions training in Morningside.
I'd give it about 22K.
Oh, geez, no. Okay. Wow, that would be really high end and it would break James's bank. So if that's the level of concern, Welcome. I love where you've started. So James, it's definitely not that bad. So 22K, Welcome says, Ryan, what are we thinking there, pal? Obviously, you would be using sort of devil church figures. I don't know what the tithe is like that side. You know, sort of your algorithm would be off because El Diablo money.
Also, they've got different currency in Krugersdorp.
They use souls.
They still use souls.
They use people's souls.
How many souls? One soul is equivalent to 1,000 rand.
How many souls to start a car battery? I mean, that's the big question now. So what are you guessing there? 12 sessions, Morningside gym, and it's not like West Rand gyms there, Ryan. It's obviously not just butts clapping it. It's people who actually care about your health. So what would you guess? 12 sessions.
12 sessions with Brad.
Yeah.
He looks like he knows what he's talking about, and I've heard there's celebrities in the gym. But now, do you pay for the gym on top of the sessions?
No.
So
we just pay for Brad. Yeah, he takes care of that. I don't know how he makes a profit.
About 5 or 6,000.
See, Ryan, not bad. The devil will bring out the truth in you. Not too bad. You're in the ballpark. All right, let's bring it in studio. By the way, Ryan, great guessing. I don't know if that's a devil thing or whatever. But Paulo, what are we thinking?
I calculated. I reckon 450 a session, 12 sessions. That's 5-4.
Senzo, what are you thinking?
6,000 rand.
So, Jimbo, what are you thinking there, Paul? With the numbers you sort of heard now. So, Paulo
I'm going 5.5.
Paulo in the ballpark. Ryan, not really, because he did a range figure. But Jimbo, what are you thinking there?
But I honestly have no idea.
So
I really
what would be a bank breaker for you? Tell me what a bank breaker would be, because we're in content. We got to know the drama. Because you know what good storytelling's about, James? In storytelling, we call it jeopardy. That's jeopardy.
like the TV show.
Yeah, well, no, different, because there's no real jeopardy in that. It's yeah, but in storytelling, yeah. So like that, same word, except your jeopardy is real. What would break your bank?
That's interesting. Probably, it wouldn't break my bank. I'd just be super shocked.
Yeah.
But
What?
like anything over like 10,000, I suppose.
Okay, would shock you, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so then it's not too bad. Senzo nailed it. 6,000 rand. James Ilsley will owe me, folks. 6,000, big one. So Jimbo, how do you feel? Well, okay, and we'll wrap it up now. How do you want to do the installment plan? Because this is part of what we have to tell people. There are people who owe me money, and I don't ask for money back. By the way, it's not really a guy called Shimi Murukore. Is a guy who taught me a lesson, is you just let people pay you back how they see fit. It'll show you who they are. Listen, Jimbo, talk to me about a payment plan, pal. You see what I mean? I'm not a bank. I'm not ruthless. I don't want to kill you. You're my guy. 6 grand, 6 big ones, Jimbo.
That requires me to do maths. Can I do maths quick?
Yeah, but what are you thinking? Couple of months, every week? I mean, I don't know how you get paid. Weekly wages? Are you maybe a man of the night where you're doing some prostitution on the side just for hardcore cash to avoid the tax man?
So I get paid monthly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
you don't have to tell us how much you get paid.
No, I wasn't going to.
Okay.
I'm just trying to do maths in my head.
Okay, let me give you a chance. I'll tell you what. Do you want to think about it? When Flip comes on, we can talk it through, because he's obviously a big brain Cambridge guy, and he can maybe help you with what will make sense.
Makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah, which is what you'll have left in your account. Now, let's. There was a comment there. So, people, Marina Stein, right? She says, still proud of you, James, for living healthier at his own volition. The true message of a man isn't in going through life without struggles, but rising when there's setbacks. You have my support. Now, James, that is an extremely supportive message. That message seems a little too good not to be somebody who has kept up a workout routine when you didn't. I believe that maybe James's lady actually sending a message of support there. Do you care to confirm or deny there, James? No comment from James in the back.
Jokes aside.
Yeah.
It's what James has done and what he went through. We're just having some fun at the end.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest.
Yeah,
It's like that message is everything, and it's what we do all feel.
100%.
We're just like ragging James because he makes memes.
Yeah.
And this is us trying to remember there's a Manchester derby this weekend. So I'm trying to basically pay it forward.
Yeah, no.
Just remember who defended you at the end of all the jokes.
Yes, yeah. And also remember that Paolo is a good person. I do expect all of my money.
Listen,
all of it.
But that's what I said. I said to James, listen, right? Jokes aside, like, bro, don't worry about it. Like, it happens. Like, and also, it's not like you did.
He is bummed.
Yeah,
he is bummed.
He's bummed. And I had some good advice for James. I said, just pay Mbulelo in 10-cent coins.
Yeah.
Give them to him in a talk bag.
No, listen, I'm Xhosa. We don't play around with money. If there's one thing Xhosa people do, it's money. So, sorry, James, you're actually a victim of your own upbringing because you're part of the Instagram generation and excuse generation. But I'm a victim of being Xhosa, and we don't play around with money.
Yeah, but the thing is, I was like, man, it's MKT just drives a hard bargain, but like, you know what I mean?
You know what?
He's making you a man. No, he's making you a man at the end of the day.
Ultimately, I don't want to make it about me. Is James? It's an incredible journey, but hey,
deal's a deal.
The Pied Piper must collect, and it's actually the lesson is for James in this situation because I don't learn anything. I was losing the whole time.
Yeah,
you know, and I gave James had the chance to say no to the deal, but what Paulo said in all seriousness, is that I'm extremely proud at James's age. Yeah. There's one thing I took until about 31, 32 to actually become what James is already at 25.
Sure.
Is that's to say, hey, I'm not happy, because what most of us do in life, and I did it until I was really 28, 29, and then at around 32, I really felt myself changing. It's about 3 years ago, is that most people stay in their suffering. Like, wah, I'm crying. James said, no, I don't like my situation. He did the miracle. Very few, less than 1% of the world do the part that he's done. I'm going to do something about it. That I love about James. I love that. I absolutely love that. And it's going to be a bumpy ride on the way. And he didn't quit. Lots of complaining during, because Brad gives me feedback. But Brad, he didn't quit. People quit. Yeah. I'm telling you, people, what I know, I train with Brad. I know how hard Brad is on customers, on clients. I see Brad with other clients. You didn't care about James's vibes and being a designer. Brad, hey, James, be honest, Brad will try and break your soul, hey?
There was a day where I couldn't feel my hamstrings. It was great. It was great.
That's a real thing. So, and didn't quit. Didn't quit. It's just a battery. $6 grand. It's nothing. It's nothing. We'll let Flip figure out an algorithm. All right. Listen, don't worry about where I was right, where I was wrong. There is a Manchester derby this weekend. Let's just focus on what's important here. Now, gentlemen, I want to talk to you guys about this, because Cristiano Ronaldo FC have a problem this weekend, because you can rescue it against Atalanta. You can rescue it against Atalanta. You couldn't.
Breaking news. Xavi to Barcelona confirmed.
Crumbs on a cracker near my sister's house in Devilsdorp.
Because we know what happens when... This is weird for us to... Because I can't do this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's strange.
That's strange. Thank God, if you're listening on the podcast, thank God you didn't see that.
That was a mess.
It was a
mess of a high five.
Yeah. Nightmare. And I'm glad, because we've seen how well it goes when a club legend goes back to manage a club that's obviously directionless. So, when you're the only man with any sense in a club, it's awesome. It works.
Anyway. You being this unhappy about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer makes me so happy. Like, you don't know how happy every time I hear you, and you're excellent at framing things. So you've mixed in your hate of Ole into trashing Xavi before he's even started, and I love it.
I'm using my hate and situations about Ole into work scenarios. I'm incorporating it in my in like how I operate at work.
Hey, that's storytelling, man.
Let's talk about the framing, right? So you said this yesterday on the show about Ronaldo, is that you can't do this. This is not a strategy. It's not viable. It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
When Ronaldo signed, everyone is getting excited. There's two prices you pay when you sign Ronaldo. There's the money and there's the football cost, right?
Yes.
United can carry the financial cost. The football cost is a lot more expensive. When everyone was getting excited, I said, my worry is that Greenwood, Rashford, Sancho, and Bruno Fernandes are going to have to sacrifice themselves and compromise their development to get the best out of Ronaldo. I know this because we saw it happen at Real Madrid, we saw it happen at Juventus, and I watch it with Portugal. Jota, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, João Cancelo, João Felix, they all have to compromise themselves to get the best out of Ronaldo. And I'll use the Portugal situation. Portugal play with two defensive midfielders, right?
Yeah.
All the other players are in service to Ronaldo. Those five that I named.
Yeah.
We're talking João Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, two of the best players in the Premier League.
In the world.
Right?
Not just the Premier League, in the world.
They need to be subservient to him.
Yeah.
Portugal he's a good coach, he wins trophies. He's not the best coach, but he understands you guys need to do this to get the best out of him.
Got you.
It's our trade-off. It's our football cost.
Sure.
But where it became a problem with Portugal, it was happening over the summer. We reached a tournament. What happened then, the big conversation was all the players, instead of being subservient to him, ceded responsibility.
Yeah.
They stopped taking responsibility for him to do it, right? And it became a big conversation. Portugal's changed the way they play because other than Bruno Fernandes in the Euro, no one wanted to take responsibility. Bernardo Silva didn't. No one takes responsibility. They wait for him.
Absolutely.
You watched it at Real Madrid, you saw it at Juventus, you've seen it happen with Portugal.
Yeah.
The shocking thing with United is it's taken 10 games. Not 18 months, not 2 years, 10 games. It's taken probably less for every other player to go, and the manager, we don't have any other plan but him.
Yeah.
That is our only plan.
It's madness.
Right? So this narrative, Ronaldo is he's being called a problem. He's the only person in that setup doing his job.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's been signed to score goals.
And he's doing that.
He's doing it. This league table that's going around of what the Champions League would look like without Ronaldo's goals. I have never, we're talking a lot of nonsense. We have aspirations. You look at Sky Sports in what we do and go, that is a benchmark.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sky Sports have lowered the ceiling so much lately. I understand 24 hours of content is hard to fill.
Yeah.
To go and put league tables up of what things would look like without your goal scorers scoring goals.
Yeah, that's nonsense because what would the league table look like for Man City if Pep wasn't coach?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's
Come
the most
on, what are we
bizarre
doing?
thing ever, right? There's defenders who don't defend, midfielders who don't pass and tackle, coaches who don't coach, manager who can't manage.
Yeah.
But the guy doing the job he's signed to do,
He's getting ragged.
he's the problem, right? And the narrative is driven by the same idiots, Neville and Ferdinand, who put Solskjaer in the job.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
They're driving that narrative, and all the Ole sexuals are driving the narrative.
Ole
right?
sexuals.
It is the I sometimes
asinine.
feel I'm in a Truman Show football scenario where only I see what's going on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the rest of the world's in on the joke,
Yeah.
but like they're pretending they don't see it. It is.
But
I don't see United. I don't see United getting anything. I don't know how we play City.
that's the thing. Like, I'm like, do you know tomorrow? I'm just like, okay, cool. How do we approach tomorrow's game? Right, cool. Okay, we're throwing Cavani to play with Ronaldo, right? But that system that we played against Spurs, let's remember, there was Rafael Varane as well.
Yeah.
Babysitting guys, telling them, you go here, you go here, you go
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
He's not there tomorrow.
Neither is Harry there tomorrow.
So you got Harry Kane, Harry
Maguire,
and Lindelof. 'Cause
Lindelof was injured as well.
right, so you got to go back. Oh, Phil Jones is going to come in.
Yeah,
Philly!
So now,
United can't park the bus because parking the bus gets a lot of flack, but it needs discipline to park the bus. You need players to.
Yeah.
You don't just sit 10 men in a box.
Yeah.
yeah.
You need to know how to park the bus.
You got to know how to press,
who
when to
gets
press,
it? Do you know-
half press.
Do you know which guys get it? And I'll say it right now. Other than Ronaldo, there are two other men that get it on the field. Edison Cavani and Bruno Fernandes. The rest, we're not even reading off the same book or the same hymn
Because
sheet.
no one else wants to take responsibility.
Nobody else wants to.
Greenwood, what he does is not taking responsibility. He's
vibes.
His vibes. Gareth Southgate has said some very hectic stuff about him. And I think there's also something to look at. You go, in the past year,
Yeah.
Greenwood, Donny van der Beek, Alex Telles, and there were four, Sancho,
Yeah.
have gone from being regulars in the national team to not even
having
selected.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a brutal situation, right? Because, and I said this up front, so you guys can't say I'm looking back in hindsight, I said Ronaldo's made a huge mistake. Because it's not a mistake just for him. It's kind of like, I don't know if this has happened to you guys in life, but my first girlfriend was ready to be in a relationship. I was a shambles, right? That's bad for both people. She wants to move on. She wants to settle in life. Man United are the mess in a situation. And Cristiano Ronaldo is, you know,
He's sure of himself.
a
He
grown
knows.
up.
Yeah.
A grown up with two apartments that he rents out and a holiday home. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Man United are now still scrambling at the end of the month, living day to day. You know what I mean? People always think, in this situation, people will think Ronaldo's the victim.
not.
No. The whole situation was bad. And I'm so shocked that he's made two bad decisions in a row. Because it was the same thing at Juventus. Is that at Man United, is they're not ready to be with Ronaldo. I'm not saying Ronaldo's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm saying the situation is built so badly. It's like almost being, it's a terrible example, but imagine being in a relationship with an alcoholic, right? Is not only is it bad for the alcoholic to be an alcoholic, it's bad for the partner who loves the alcoholic to be in the mix because I wake up tomorrow, I don't know what's going on. And people that are straight and narrow have expectations. The problem is Cristiano Ronaldo has expectations that Man United are nowhere
And
near.
he's doing all the tricks. He took the whole squad out for lunch yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw
He's
it,
doing team, but he's trying to get everything. It's not going to happen because I think there is an enclave of players
Yeah.
trying to get Solskjaer fired. I 100% believe it.
Yeah.
because they've done it before.
Yeah.
And there are players, and don't tell me Donny van der Beek, Greenwood, Telles, and Sancho probably knew going, my whole career is actually being damaged by this guy now. I'm getting dropped from my national team because of this guy now. And why is Ronaldo so trying to pull this club? Why is it so open? He's hiding something in the dressing room. Gotta be.
And, you know, the Cristiano Ronaldo situation is he left Juventus because this is not what he wanted to do. Diabalo was a mess. The whole thing was a mess. He had to run that dressing room.
Morata's a crybaby.
Yeah.
What did I say to you? And guys, I want to tell you what I said. And because I've been a mess, I know what it looks like, is that Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't want to come and lift Man United. He came here to end off his career. He wanted to come back, which is why it was a mistake, because at Real Madrid, when he lifted, ultimately Gareth Bale came on board and then really they unleashed, right? But he lifted Real Madrid to levels we may never see again in club football. They're three, La Decima, and then 3 in a row. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's unheard of.
But that's him lifting. That's him saying, dressing room, everything is
Come,
me.
let's go.
And lifting superior players.
Yeah.
Benzema.
Yes.
Bale.
Yes.
Modric.
Yes.
Cruz.
Yeah, because now it feels like, Ronaldo's here to babysit. And he's probably like, dude, at this juncture of my career, at this stage, I want, put the cherry on top. I don't have time to be babysitting. Look, it's what I do.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's happening because it's what I do. But like, if people aren't, I'm waiting for when he really gets properly frustrated at it. And it's going to, because the only guy who really gets it is, have you seen how close Cavani and Ronaldo look?
Sure.
Because they get it. They're like, guys.
Yeah, they're pros. They're pros.
They're pros. And
They're winners.
Bruno gets it because, he wants to win. He's hungry for it. But now it's like your growth is being stunted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every week we have to write, apologies to our fans on Instagram and everything. I didn't come here to do that, bro.
But, I think the story of Ronaldo in his head ends with him bringing a league title or Champions League back to United. And I think that's that's the story he sees. Solskjaer said a thing after the game, and I don't think he thought of it in this way. Maybe he did, but our job is to take a simple throwaway line and rip it to pieces.
We're in content.
That's
We're
what
not in the
about, right?
context
Yeah.
game.
No,
we're in
no.
content. Yeah.
You say something stupid, we're going to nail it.
Absolutely.
When he compared Ronaldo to Michael Jordan, right? Fine. He probably, he is, right?
Uh-huh.
There's a couple of differences there. Is this Manchester United team isn't a dynastic Bulls team.
No.
Probably the best team in the NBA.
Yeah. History.
Ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
probably
easily.
one of the best sporting teams
Ever.
Absolutely.
in the
Yes.
conversation, right?
Absolutely.
So you're not the Bulls. This is not a dynasty. You're not Phil Jackson. You haven't given him a Scottie Pippen or a Horace Grant or
Yes.
Dennis Rodman or a Steve Nash. You
Or a
haven't
Steve
given
Kerr.
anybody. You got Michael Jordan, you're right.
Yeah.
You've not given him Scottie. You're not
pieces.
giving him any of those, right? And most importantly is that I heard a fascinating thing this week, I think it was ESPN, of saying in football, you're only as strong as your weakest player.
Yes.
Basketball's different. You're only as weak as your strongest player.
100%.
That's why LeBron, wherever he goes, are favorites.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
There are certain players, wherever they go, they're favorites. Because their strengths are so strong, you just go, well, let's put a team that maximizes those strengths. Where football goes, well, here's Ronaldo's weaknesses. Let's plug in a team that maximizes those weaknesses. So, because as a person, yes, he's Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Now can you be Phil Jackson?
Yeah.
Where's his Scottie Pippen?
Yeah.
Where's his support cast?
Where's his dynasty?
Yeah.
How do you maximize the strengths? And to go back to the original point about Portugal, they figured out where his Pippen is, how to maximize his strengths.
Yeah.
And that's where the whole thing wraps
Yeah,
up.
exactly. Because the thing is, it's like with the Bulls, right? It was about, okay, cool. Here's a team, right? Don't worry about anything else. If you give me the ball, I'll take us to the promised land.
Got you.
Yeah, it's like, bro, in the ground basement, we're still so far away from the promised land.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I still have to pull guys up to get us.
To neutral. Forget
neutral.
about the promised land.
land.
You can't start every game. I mean, it's not a Ronaldo thing. This has been ever since Solskjaer's been there. You can't start a game with a goal advantage. You can't. You can't give whoever you are playing,
Exactly.
whoever, from Aston Villa to Manchester.
Do you know what it
give
is?
them a goal.
No, do you know what it is, Paulo? I keep saying this. I said, you know what? Man United, we aren't a team, that's proactive. We react to whatever happens. So, okay, we've gone 1-0 down. Now, let's start playing. You can't.
That's mid-table stuff.
You can't, exactly, because you're gonna get a situation against Liverpool where you come and then those guys, by the time you're already trying to adjust, you're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
Within 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Now
I don't like watching Manchester United.
it's painful.
And let me tell you, I'm not even going to compare it to Randburg, local club, South Africa, amateur club.
Produce people like me.
Great players, right?
Yeah, Michael Morton.
Morty.
Some weak points, but yeah. Some sort of they obviously don't worry about character. They look at skill. But when you go watch, so Randburg are structured. You get these Sunday league teams. They just play on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And it's a group of guys. They're committed. They're there every Sunday, but they don't train during the week. The good guys arrive an hour before.
Yes.
But basically how they play, because they don't practice and they don't train, I can't stand watching those games unless I'm watching a friend or something.
Yeah.
I will not stop and watch those games because all it is a series of the best player in the team, and we've all played in these teams.
Yeah.
Give it to the best player, try skin one or two guys and see what happens. Right?
100%.
Because there's no
I know exactly what you're saying. There's no third man running, a bit of movement,
there's
some
nothing going on.
triangles. Yeah.
Because they're not fit enough.
Yeah.
They're not in sync. They don't understand what the other one does.
Yeah.
This week, this guy's playing. That one's at a wedding. And that's what watching United's like.
Jesus.
It's just a series of give it to the best player, let him skin someone, and hopefully something happens. I cannot stand. Never mind the results. I can handle losing. I couldn't care less about losing.
Yeah.
It's the fact that you're going, I'm not watching professional footballers playing.
It's so bad.
If I had to stop outside Ramsey Stadium on a Sunday morning, and all credit to Ramsey, I've got friends who play there.
Yeah.
They will know this is how they play. Best player, try skin him, hope for the best.
I think all credit to you for having friends in Rijmsig. Let's not overlook that as we talk
You're
about.
closest.
You know what I mean? So that's testament to what you're saying. But
We all know I'm a good person.
Well,
Don't pick up Australian consultants, but I'm a good person.
But before we go to the break, let me ask you this. Manchester United nightmare, because you know what, there's nothing worse than watching a dream turn into a nightmare right in front of your eyes. And it's been drawn out. But guys, he's done it before. Cristiano Ronaldo has done this before and he's shown you now. And you guys, remember last time when I said he's going to leave Juventus, you guys said I was crazy. Cristiano Ronaldo's out of here at the end of the season. I guarantee it. Write it down right now. I said it. James, what's the date? # James out. James feeling a little sorry for himself. It is hilarious. A little bit self-deprecation there. It's an excellent way to mask over 6,000 Rand slump. Unbelievable. The 5th of November 2021, I called it after 10 games. Cristiano Ronaldo will not be a Manchester United player at the end of the season. It's not going to happen. I think he's going to go to PSG. Kylian Mbappe out. Cristiano Ronaldo will just take money that we paid Platini with and pay you. And that's got to be so brutal. But I think we see it coming now. Because, listen, get the romance out. He's just showing you what he's done to one of the biggest sporting organizations of all time is he'll buy his way out of United. He doesn't care. And I think Man United fans are romanticizing Ronaldo saving us. You should worry about next season. If you're worried now, what are you going to do next season when Ronaldo's gone?
Yeah.
And maybe I sound crazy.
No, it makes sense because he's expecting new kids. They will be born with British passports.
Yeah.
Which he then could qualify for.
Smart. That is smart.
And that gives him six to 7 months.
Yeah.
I think you figured it out.
That's what it is. I've nailed it. Cristiano Ronaldo looking to circumvent Brexit. That is so smart. Cristiano Ronaldo always a step ahead. Can still leap the height of a human being. Just incredible athlete. Shimi Murukure said United have got the lineup with 3 at the back. Luke Shaw can be the third CB and Harry and Bailly. Park the bus and counter-attack is our only option. Wowzers.
You know, if you watch Manchester City, you look at that lineup, they start Bernard Silva, Mahrez, Grealish, Foden. What are these guys doing? How can they fit all 4 of them in? Oh my God. No, I could not tell you who was playing where.
Yeah.
Then Joao Cancelo was ending up in front of them.
Dude, it was.
We are going to. Luke Shaw is going to lose 15
Do you know?
And that's not a derision to the
like what Hansel
BBWs.
says? Hansel.
Yeah, like Hansel, huh?
Yeah.
Zoolander reference on the old
Fantastic film.
Yeah,
I mean,
old
Zoolander's come up. I did crazy pulls a bit earlier. You're doing that now?
No, but that's what's going to happen because, like, Do you know City don't need a striker. Whoever's there just plays in that hole, and it's just confusing. Then they're gonna drag Maguire out, and
I think we're heading to another big one.
I also think so.
How big? Don't say it, guys.
My gut with Solskjaer.
Me, it's 4. I'm thinking 4.
My gut with Solskjaer survives a 5-0 in both of them. Probably not 5. We're getting another big one.
We're getting 4. I think we're getting.
Because you know what? Pep will stop.
You think he will?
Pep will like Klopp did.
Yeah.
Klopp stopped on 60
At
minutes.
60, yeah. When the black on black violence.
Liverpool could have carried on.
Yeah.
And I think Pep will stop.
Sure. Wowzers. James, I'm going to need you to come in here because you obviously are down in the dumps. You've put the hashtag James out. But I'll need you to come in after I've read this. Robin Badger says, you can't get to the promised land without strong leadership. Robin. Maybe Robin goes and manages Man United.
It was but like I said, when Solskjaer was getting fired, cancel our meetings. Rabble. Glazers.
Look like you're doing something.
Set up the Zoom. Rabble.
But have you seen Solskjaer? We're losing, boy. We're losing. It's the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the iPad. My dad can't stand that. And my dad
stand
wants
up and do
lose it
something,
when he
bro.
looks at his iPad.
James, you've got to be. I mean, you can't be ecstatic because you've just found out you'll be eating beans and toast for the next 2 to 3 months. But you've got to be at least glad to see Man United fans get this unhappy, huh? Come on, Jimbo, that's got to cheer you up a little bit. Although you're going to have to obviously be happy under a bridge once your landlord kicks you out. But you know.
I didn't hear the last part of your question. What?
Oh, I said you've got to be so happy that the Man. Oh, did you just hear the negative stuff about you being poor now?
No. There was just what was
there was some stuff. Oh, okay. I was just saying you're poor now, but aren't you happy to see Man United fans unhappy? Oh no, you can't be happy, but you got to be content, huh?
I thought Man United fans were pretty happy after the Tottenham game.
That's what I thought as well.
Nah, brother, one swallow doesn't
No,
make...
I thought, listen, we're going to draw to Atalanta.
Tottenham were terrible.
Oaks, one swallow doesn't make a summer.
Tottenham were terrible.
I thought the Atalanta draw. Vibes.
We've turned it around. It's Atalanta. They're a big club.
Yeah.
Turned it around. Lost to Leicester. I mean, we lost to Aston Villa, but it's tough. It's tough. Listen,
Tottenham were terrible, and we were as bad as Tottenham against Atalanta.
Yes.
Jeepers.
United were terrible. Pogba was sleepwalking. We were terrible.
But Pogba shows me. Pogba, I'm over him now.
I don't want to pile on with Pogba, right? All right, guys, listen. Your joy brings me joy. Your lack of
misery.
Joy. Your misery. Yeah. So I know misery likes company. Sorry, I'm moving to a different complex. You guys can stay here. I'm out.
Can you take?
Do you know who you like?
Wakanda here with you.
No, Pogba's not allowed in. You can't express yourself where we live.
Do you know, we don't do that here.
Yeah.
When you have children, like I want to, like your kids are not coming to my kids to play with my kids. Their dad is miserable.
Tristan Ilsley, a man who's teaching children in Vietnam, a country ravaged by war, but he thought, let me take my beautiful fiance. I'll let the other brother stay in South Africa and do what he does with a flat battery. But the best Ilsley son says there are definitely players trying to get Ollie sacked. Pogba, the leader of that pack. Wow.
Yes, he's right. But also the thing is, like now with Pogba, you've seen slow rest and bench. Like it's fine. Don't even bring boots, right, Paolo?
Man.
Don't even bring boots. Like go do what you do.
He's not powerful enough.
It's uglier than a high carb breakfast. You shouldn't be having a high carb breakfast, is my point. It's getting that ugly at Man United. I mean, boy, oh boy, do we love it though. I do love it. I'm living the dream right now. I am living the dream. Thomas Tuchel, Chelsea playing terribly, top of the league, Man United in all sorts of shambles. I'll call it now. Before we go to a break, we've got Flip van der Merwe on the other side. He is in London. Cristiano Ronaldo will not be at Manchester United. Write it down. He will not be at Manchester United this season. I've seen enough. He's seen enough. Winners don't care about romance. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the MKT Show. As the old saying goes, don't let your lack of a cell phone stop you from Ubering. It's an ancient African proverb.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? Guys, I gotta be honest, it's been a good week for the show. It's been a good week for me.
Of course it has been a good week for the show.
I'm feeling good. Paula, how are you feeling, by the way? It's December.
Is December? November? Are we jumping ahead?
South Africans, I don't even look at a calendar.
Listen, I know you say
work.
long lunch and people are saying, oh, their meeting's out the office today and whatever. People they're not even pretending anymore. My wife was telling me the Minister of Trade in Ireland is lobbying for a 4-day week, right?
What?
He's lobbying Monday to Thursday, 3-day weekend, okay? So this is what he's lobbying for. Because they looked at productivity, they looked at mental health. Yeah. Ireland is a first world nation. Yeah. Microsoft are there, Twitter are there, Spotify are there.
Yes,
Guinness, they're all there. And he's going, well, look, people don't really work that much anyway. If you do it in for productivity, blah, 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 blah. So just saying that they're lobbying for this and it's probably going to get passed for trial period or whatever. I was like, we've been doing that.
It's just unofficial.
It's just unofficial.
It's just unofficial, yeah.
I'm telling you today, there are grown-ass men, way too many, of working age, even out of a work-from-home scenario.
Yes.
Where you got to pretend at least wear a shirt with your flip-flops.
Yes.
No. There are guys, 3-day weekends. It's No, they're not even pretending anymore. People don't pretend.
It's 20:01 now, 13:20 in military talk. How many beers are guys in now?
It is 13:20 in Friday time.
Yeah.
It is 6:30.
Dude, and also, do you know, like now, if you asking somebody to send an email now after 12, best believe that it's taking that person 3 hours to write 3 lines.
No, sorry, I was in a meeting. There was an emergency at work, and only I could. It was my department.
Last minute load shedding,
Oh,
guys.
it's just
my
country,
laptop
this
wasn't
country.
charged.
Yes,
My laptop
hold
wasn't
on.
charged.
Speaking of load shedding, right? At 9:45
Yes,
a.m. today, Eskom announced
yes.
that from 11 a.m. there'll be stage 2 load shedding. Until further notice, I said these guys are brilliant. So they're
incredible.
also going on a long lunch.
No, it's incredible. Now, the other Ilsley, the better Ilsley, actually, James is the other Ilsley. There is a younger one who could be better or worse. So both guys under enormous pressure. At this stage, Tristan Ilsley, who James has admitted himself is a better person than him. I don't know, because James is a pretty nice guy, actually. So Tristan must be a hell of a guy, because James does say Tristan's awesome. Tristan Ilsley says, Senzo, since you got to the MKT show, you have defended Pogba through thick and thin. His performances have never changed. What changed now? Now you don't like him, Senzo, like the weather, or are you just...
No, attitude.
Hold on, Paolo, you've got the saying. What is the saying before Senzo answers?
Oh, the starters you mean to go on?
No,
I've
with
got
new
lots of
information.
sayings.
New information.
Oh, as the information changes, intelligent people allow their opinions to change.
Now, Senzo, has that happened to you vis-a-vis Paul Pogba?
Yeah, well-
Mon ami.
No, because look, right. Paul Pogba. We can't keep running after you. No, look, the performance is sharp. Okay,
They will, though.
Yeah. You've got the most assists in the okay, cool, that's fine. But self-awareness, chief. Right? We can't be your contract talk can't be the most important thing. We're playing against Liverpool. People are like, Willie won't he? Willie won't he?
Yeah.
You come off the bench, you come off the bench, we're losing. You try rallying the troops. You're a senior member of the squad.
Yes.
You don't care. You lose the ball. You don't care to track back.
Yeah.
Then you black on black
Yes.
violence.
We know
You know what I
it's,
mean?
terrible and affliction on
Black
the
on black
West African
violence.
community. Yeah.
Black on black violence. Your hairstyles are making more news. Like we know when you're releasing a new boot or whatever. You know what I mean?
Vegan. It's vegan. It's with
Stella
Paul
McCartney.
McCartney's daughter.
Stella
yeah.
McCartney.
Oh, sorry, Stella McCartney.
Yeah,
I should respect her. Yeah.
times Adidas, right?
Yeah.
Your agent is doing your talking for you, right?
Yeah.
Did you see him midweek? Style on in our box. Eric Bailly had to save him again. Like, what are we doing? And for me, like, if you want to leave. If you want to leave.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm with you. Yeah.
but like, we can't keep kowtowing to you and like, it's not Paul Pogba FC.
But is that
But
Pogba's fault or Man United's
It's Man
fault?
United's
It's
fault.
Man United's fault, but still, Pogba, he should be self-aware. For me, if Pogba goes, if he leaves Man United,
Yes.
he knows himself. Nobody needs to tell him that he failed.
He won't care.
But I'm saying he knows himself that he failed.
He won't care.
He won't care. But listen, you know what? People are who they are. You know when Paul Pogba showed you guys who he is? When Alex Ferguson says to you, you're not ready. And your response is to leave
I'm leaving.
instead of, what does this guy have to say?
Let me stay and fight.
It's Sir Alex Ferguson.
Do you remember the game where that happened? That game. I'll never forget. It was a New Year's Day game. Manchester United versus Blackburn.
Paul Scholes was injured.
United were decimated by injury, right? Paul Pogba, 19 years old, ready to come in. Ferguson put Raphael and Park Ji-sung in central midfield. God, what I'd do for a central midfield like that today.
Hey, what you do for Parker.
Right?
Yeah.
And put Pogba on the bench. 2 weeks later, he brings Paul Scholes out of retirement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Telling Pogba, step up, my man.
Yeah.
And what does Pogba do? Out of there. Ferguson, in all his years, admits he was wrong about one player. Jaap Stam.
Yep.
Not Keane, not
Not
Beckham,
Beckham.
not Pogba.
Not Red
One.
Venezuela.
Ferguson was never wrong about a player. Okay? There's, I think it was Paul Scholes said, they battled with Pogba when he was young. It's because he was off with the fairies. That's the words he used.
Yeah.
They said he'd walk around the training pitch half interested.
Yeah.
Get the ball, do something phenomenal.
Yes.
Carry on walking around the training pitch. The day they went so hard for Pogba, oh my God, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing.
That's awesome.
What we would have done if we had the show back then. They went so hard on Pogba. They just said, you know what, guy? Because this is what United have been doing. They've been looking for a totemic figure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since Keane.
Since Ferguson.
Yeah.
Right? So
We even had to sign
it's
Ronaldo
Mourinho,
again.
it's Pogba, it's Solskjaer, it's Ronaldo.
Yeah.
They're trying to
Recreate something that
recreate
is-
the icon.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
No, but the thing is, but it's also like, do you know how you see it? You see it like with Neymar. And PSG could have dodged the bullet. if they're saying, right, you don't leave Barcelona to become better than Messi by running away.
No, that's childish.
You should have said, oh, okay, they're saying that's the guy. Let me show them that I'm the guy.
You know who I'd compare it to, right? I think a great comparison is Kevin Durant. There are some people who you can't help. You know why? There's something called trying to be happier than happy. The older I'm getting now, I used to try and be happier than happy. Don't try and be happier than happy. When you're happy, stay. It's so wrong. Like maybe, and Paulo, you live a life with a family. Is that, and with guys, I can only speak for guys, and guys are bad at it. Is that every guy thinks they're better than, let me just use an example, the woman they're with at a stage in life. Like when you think you're the guy, you get a little bit of money. Whoo, boy.
You start puffing out your chest, you know.
You forget that, okay, the yard is done because she's at home, but she's also got a full-time job.
There.
The kids are never late. You get home, the homework's done. That's weird. But you start to take that for granted, and you think, man, if her breasts were a little bit, you know what I mean? You start, because this is what guys do. This is like a real thing. Guys, don't try and be happier than happy. Kevin Durant, try to be happier than happy. Let me tell you something. When you get Steph Curry, right,
and he's giving you the keys to the kingdom.
And Steph Curry's willing to be the third guy, actually. Because Steph said, sometimes this other Clay guy gets too hot.
He's the guy.
Let me get out the way here. When a dynastic figure says, let me get out the way, stay. Paul Pogba, when Manchester United said to you, no, we want you to stay and stay with us, and Sir Alex Ferguson says that, and you say, nah. Let me tell you something my father used to tell me. People will always show you who they are. Believe them the first time. Man United should have believed him then.
Yeah. Do you know, Mbulela, you come to a great point. Come to a very great point. I see it with my girlfriend. My girlfriend, she does like foundation stuff, and it's not like big things.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, this, that, and the other. Like, we'll go on holiday. She'll plan everything to a T.
Yes.
Everything to a T. Have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done that?
And as a guy, what does your ego say? Oh, she's so annoying.
But.
Meantime.
But.
Wife material.
But when I'm not with her, I'm like, Jesus, I feel a bit lost.
You are lost.
Yeah.
You're not. You feel lost. All of us, and I'm not just saying you.
But you've met my girlfriend, and you've seen. She just sits there, but like, she makes you think that you're running it, but no, we all know who the boss is.
You know what? Mbulelo Gavin here says Pogba out, Tielemans in. Now that's a huge call. I think that's the Belgium effect. I don't know if Tielemans could carry Manchester United, and I do like him as a player. I really, really like him.
But
under this, you'll all ruin him.
No, I agree.
Solskjaer will ruin him.
Yeah, but look at Tielemans. But look at Tielemans, right? You saw that game that we played against Leicester. Who was the guy making things happen? But he's also got a stable manager. He's got a guy that understands.
He's got his Phil Jackson. He's got his Scottie Pippins.
Exactly.
They got that.
Whichever one you think you are,
just have Michael Jordan.
You can't.
Hey, you're making a great point. Between the difference between Leicester and Manchester United is this. When you see a decent, a well-coached team is when they're playing badly. Because really against Man United, Leicester were in horrible form. Yeah. And they're decimated with injuries. I mean, look at their team. But when they're playing badly, it looks, okay, it's structured. I can see what Brendan Rodgers is trying to make work, even in a defensive position. I can't see what Man United are doing when they're winning.
But
then I'm like,
that's amateur Sunday football. Yeah, that's what I said.
Do you know what the thing is that Man United, we win, it becomes a gun show. It's nice, flashy and whatever. Do you know when we're losing? When we're losing, we all said it. Basics. We're getting battered by Liverpool. Guys, let's take a step back. Let's not go toe-to-toe with these guys. Don't get into a punching match with these guys.
Yeah.
You put your foot on the ball.
Yeah.
Let's share it.
Yeah.
Let's share it. Like, Ox won still, helter-skelter.
If you at Manchester United need help from the bench, you're not a Manchester United player in terms of what you should be doing. Because let me tell you something. School of Excellence and
great point. Jeez, that's a phenomenal point. Phenomenal.
Let me tell you something I got taught really early on. 10 years old at the School of Excellence. Is that a guy called Skrima Shabalal
Shushan and Piano
came in and taught us something incredible. He said, gentlemen, and this was young, I was young. We were young. Yeah. We knew nothing. And boy, they were hard on us back then. And I'm so grateful. Once you cross the white line, he used to say, you, chaps, my job is done. And you're alone. And imagine saying this to 10-year-olds. You are alone out there. Because the thing is this. At Manchester United, at 2-0, when Luke Shaw and there's that Maguire confusion, you know what you do? Somebody goes down. You fake an injury before the kickoff. Right? Maguire grabs
Let's slow it down.
McFred, Gentlemen. And what's it? Who's the man feeding kids again? Rashford. Gentlemen, we are now playing. I don't care what Ollie's saying. Because this is what Roy Keane used to do. It's the greatness of Roy Keane. It's the greatness of Vieira. Yeah. We are now playing a 5-4-1. We're in hell here. Because you can feel the game.
Yeah, the
greatness of great players. Feel the game. And Skrima taught us this at a young age. Maguire should have been on them. Guys, get in. I don't even want... Marcus, I don't want to see you in Liverpool's half. No matter what we do...
The only man in Liverpool's half is Ronaldo.
And we're kicking it into the corner just for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just for 10 minutes. There wasn't a hint of that. It was exactly what they started with. Was how they went on.
But it's the responsibility. Like I said, everyone is ceding responsibility.
Brilliant point.
The only player who ever tries to do is Bruno.
Yeah.
He's the only one who, and McTominay, I'll give him credit. McTominay does try to do it.
He's a United player. Yeah. He's a United player.
They're the only two that try to do it.
Yeah.
But everyone else cedes responsibility. Not me.
But then again, that's how Skrima Shabalala started two of this country's dynastic football clubs.
No, he's a different person.
Yeah. But basics. It's like even us at rugby, the one time they used to tell us, gents, you guys are getting decimated. This thing of trying to flick it compact, forwards, mash it up.
Yeah.
That line, you don't touch the ball.
No, you know, and it's
you don't
poor.
touch the ball.
You're a Manchester United player. Guys, like at Man United, the great thing, and I'd like to finish off on this, when you were winning, is think back to John O'Shea. John O'Shea's greatest trait wasn't the versatility. If you think back to Fergie's era, the way he used to pick players, and it's the fundamental thing of being a pro baller. I was taught by a great Igna, Russian lady who used to coach us at Watford. How she used to, and I talked to her when I was a mess about how because I could see her picking players and look after players. The number one thing that John O'Shea had, Park had, so forget about the stars, John O'Shea could look after himself. The reason why John O'Shea was so great, it wasn't his versatility. Fergie knew I'll put you on an island, okay, bar Cristiano Ronaldo at 18. But John, you're at left wing today. Not so Fergie, what? Because you know what Fergie knows about Park? You're playing right back. Look after yourself. I don't have to tell you drop, and if someone's kicking you, wah, you know what I mean? The Man United players didn't run to the ref back then. You remember that?
Yeah. That was my point about Sancho and all those guys getting dropped, right? Is that in that era, a Manchester United player was in his national team.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
If you play for Manchester United, you're in the national team. Just because for that exact reason, the national team coach knew you can look after yourself, you're consistent, you're reliable, you're professional.
You're reliable and professional.
Whatever happens, I will put you somewhere. And that's why it's so crucial. That's how far our standards have dropped. Manchester United players go into national teams for that exact reason. And that's gone.
But you know, but
Great
also,
point.
Great point. You look at like even the big players, like Nicky Butt, Phil Neville. You could plug them anywhere. Because why? They can look after themselves.
It used to be non-negotiable, and it is at the top level. You look at City's players as well. Pep doesn't just pick you because you're technically gifted. Can you look after yourself? Every player Pep picks. Look after yourself. Get out there and look after yourself. Tristan Ilsley says, I would take Wilfred Ndidi to anchor that Man United midfield. Great defensive midfielder. You know what? Everyone else's wife is more beautiful than your wife. It's guys again. Wilfred Ndidi, I like that you're doing it at Leicester. And I said this about Paul Pogba when he arrived. I promise you to people who've been listening to this show. I said everyone's better when they're playing for another team. What you must understand, we may rag Manchester United now. Those are the brightest lights in world sport. I don't care how you're doing at Leicester. Because you know, at Leicester, they congratulate you for 4-2 at Manchester United. Or, you know, when you beat Manchester United. That performance against Man United, you win 4-2, right? Take your socks off. They can go in there. Take a seat. The physio's waiting for you. There's no congratulations on Man United.
Yeah.
And that's very different. It takes a different type of animal to not look for congratulations. That's why a lot of people struggle at Man United.
No, but this group look for congratulations.
Which is why they're struggling at Man United.
That's why they're struggling. And, you know, to use the wife thing, I'm going to be super misogynistic here.
Yes.
But why is everyone else's wife more pretty than, you know, someone else's wife is more pretty? She may be, and you want to put her in her house, but look at their house. Look at what they have to do. Look at how they're treated there. Suddenly, if your house isn't up to scratch and she's cleaning the pool, you know, she doesn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe she's not so pretty.
Manchester United, a bad wife. That's where we are. Cristiano Ronaldo right now going, oh my gosh, what did I do? I left wife. Listen, the rule is simple. And this is for Ryan when he changes the situation from single to it's complicated. Never leave a wife for girlfriend material. Simple as. Ladies and gentlemen, on the other side, a man in London who's been to Cambridge before. The one and only Flip Funamava. MKT Show.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 10.
Welcome back to a show that isn't racist. Welcome back to that show. And that's been confirmed. Salma Hayek, obviously our camera guru, a guy called Sipho Nkumalu. He has...
NX Marlo.
He said, do you remember he accused me of being racist?
Well,
what do you mean, well, now? Are you also on this now?
What did I say yesterday when you were busy Salma Hayeking it up?
Wait. Is this now?
No, hold on. James, you'll remember. What did I say yesterday when he was busy Salma Hayeking it up? I said, the views expressed by MKT do not necessarily share the views of everybody else. Remember, James?
But now, James, what is this?
That's on my Twitter bio.
But what is this now? Are you guys all saying I'm a racist or what? Maybe I am.
I did co-sign that paper with Senzo. I do remember co-signing it.
So what, you're saying I'm a racist?
We're not saying you're racist, but
we were just saying
that we're not involved in whatever's going on. We distance ourselves.
From what?
From your views.
About what?
Your views don't necessarily express our view.
Salma Hayek.
Okay, so what is it about the views that you'd want to distance yourself from?
Hey, bro, if you're politically incorrect, we let you be.
Okay.
It's not for us to decide.
You know what I prefer about Sipho? He's indoda yomzulu ngempela. Sipho at least told me immediately what he thought about me. He said, "You're a racist, basically." And these guys, you guys are southern. It's because of these northern suburbs you guys got brought up in.
No.
Walking on eggshells.
No, we're on your show, so we kind of have to play along.
It's a power thing. You can't call me a racist. LB says, any rugby talk today. Speaking of rugby, LB, you'll be very, very happy. Now, LB, linebacker, left back, a little bougie.
Oh my word! LB, if you ever become a rapper, please, that has to be your name.
Little
bougie.
A man who isn't little. He is a former international lock. And now, I believe, at Heathrow Airport, the one and only, joining us for the long lunch, Flip van der Merwe. Flip, what's happening, pal?
How are you guys?
That is
Movember.
excellent Movember game. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable.
Apologies for being late.
No.
I'm already in the land of our queen.
Now, what is it that takes you to England?
Rugby, mate.
Oh, tomorrow.
It's November 10th series.
Oh, so what? You're just popping over there, saving the world, watching rugby?
Exactly. Well, someone needs to drink all the beer in the world.
It's the long night.
So, what game are you going to tomorrow?
Well, South Africa.
Springboks versus Wales.
Yeah, so you're going. That's a big one.
Cardiff.
I haven't beaten them since 2013.
Yeah.
So I reckon it would be a good one to beat them in the Principality Stadium.
So wait, hold on. Where are you now? You in England at Heathrow? Or what airport are you at then?
I'm in the lovely fucking airport of Stansted. And that's why the delay is. We have a 30-minute loop over London, as you do when you get in here.
Blimey.
Am I back? Oh, I'm back.
No, we got you.
Sorry.
Don't worry. We got you. Don't worry. Yeah, your internet there, obviously.
Yeah, I'm on the phone. It's all over the show.
It's terrible.
Most professional. Shout out to Lebang for this morning. The Oprah Winfrey of sports shows.
Yes, no, Lebang Khozan, she's doing it on the GCS. Flip, obviously with your sort of third world internet that you got there, you look fine, by the way. Great shirt, great Movember. But I just want to tell you something that happened. Obviously your bestie James would have shared with you that this morning he was one workout session away from completing a task. He now owes me 6,000 Rand because he didn't pitch up this morning and he failed himself. Yeah, there we go. Flip van der Merwe's response is everybody else's response. Just your thoughts on James not pitching up on the very last workout session.
I hope there was a few beers involved last night. Or something.
No. Well, I'll tell you what happened. I'll put it inside of a fast food meal for you. Is that he said his battery was flat, so he couldn't get to. Yeah, so like he's never heard of Uber or anything else like that. So that was his excuse. Flip, his battery was flat.
Yeah. Well, I'm the one with all the excuses in the world, so I can't say anything now.
Yeah, James, does that change the dimension of your relationship with your bestie Flip now that he knows that, you're just giving away $6,000?
I mean, I'm just honestly disappointed in myself. That's all.
All right, so it's not even about Flip. You don't even care about the question that I was asking. It's more about you. You're in the mire, but that's going to happen. When things are terrible, you don't really listen to other people.
I want to go home and have a good cry. That's what I want to do.
I'm thinking of a double or nothing situation with James. Big call. Another month, miss a day, pays you 12.
No, because that's not double or nothing. That's not double or nothing. Double or nothing would be 6 months, right? And then there's no excuse outside of his, and please don't hear me saying I wish this happens, outside of his family passing away. There is no excuse. I don't want to hear I'm going on holiday with my girlfriend. I don't want to hear, it's a long weekend. Then we crank it right up, because double or nothing is 6 months of not missing a day. So
no one can do that.
And how much is that? That's a small forward. That's a down payment on.
No, I'm just saying double or nothing's on me, right? I get to set double or nothing. Double or nothing 6 months. So
don't take it, James.
I also wouldn't do it because I know you're intense.
No, why am I intense? You get to commit, right? Flip. I think double or nothing is 6 months without missing a day of gym, unless your leg's broken or the tragedy of losing family or someone close to you. There's no good excuse. It's only 3 times a week of training as well. You know what I mean?
I mean, for the leg breaking part, I can help you out, James.
All right, Flip van der Merwe is in town, and we are cooking. And who knows what's going to happen to James and Flip's relationship from having been besties? But let's talk rugby. Flip,
have we? Has he lost weight, James? What is the measuring? Where are we?
Yes, James. I mean, let's go to some positives. Have you lost weight? What's happened since you started 11 sessions ago?
I have actually lost weight. I actually have to wear a belt for most of my pants
Let's
now.
go, Jimbo. How many kilograms have you lost again?
I think when I weighed myself on Wednesday, it was 7.5.
7.5 kilograms in 3 and a bit weeks.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's not doing those fake juices, hey? In Jimbo, it's proper diet and just smashing it in the mornings at the gym. So 7 kilograms in 3 weeks, doing it properly, eating properly. It's not one of those fake things where you're drinking those made up green juices.
No.
Do you have like one of those bicep things, or when you like make a bicep, there's like a line there, or?
Flip, I think it's best I don't flex my biceps. I just don't want to embarrass you.
Yes.
On this platform.
Oh boy, now James. Oh my goodness, he's going at a professional.
I'm kidding. I honestly just want to go home and
No,
cry.
James, you are getting those arms. But James, shout out, dude. 8 kilograms in 3 weeks is mental. And also, no, you didn't cheat. I love that it's not like using a waist belt or whatever. You are doing it properly. Tracy Bard is not as good a person as Paulo Diaz. Tracy says, flat battery is the adult equivalent of the dog ate my homework. Now, James, that's not me saying it. Don't shoot the messenger. I am just passing on the message from Tracy Bard. That is brutal.
Hey, man, like I said, I'm honestly just disappointed.
True that. Oh, man, that's tough. Listen, let's turn it around, guys. I don't want this Friday turning into a James bashing situation. You know what I mean?
Too late.
Oh, is it too late?
It's too late. Well, you've done it. You put us on blast, but
Yeah.
But the thing is, you're totally right. You know what?
No, did Brenda Fassi say it's too late for Mama?
Too late for Mama, yeah.
It's too late for Mama.
It was a birthday yesterday. Yeah, it would have been a birthday yesterday.
She is the Megan Thee Stallion of our history, hey? Incredible talent, will get shot in the foot.
She didn't get shot in the foot. She did other things.
Hey, have you heard Megan Thee Stallion got shot in the foot? Flip, I don't know if you're aware of Megan Thee Stallion. Sorry. Are you aware of that lady?
Who is Megan Thee Stallion?
So Megan Thee Stallion is a lady who featured most famously recently. I don't really know her either, but she was on a song called WAP.
Really?
Not sure if you've heard of WAP. The song, yeah. So she's the other lady that's not Nicki Minaj. But anyway, a couple of years ago. Cardi B. All right, now that's racist.
What she did there.
That's bigotry and racism. It's a rapper lady. It's a rapper lady. She's the stripper one. Cardi B is the stripper lady.
Yeah.
Former stripper.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So
Dancer,
Cardi B.
dancer, entertainer.
Late night entertainer, exotic dancer.
Gentleman entertainer.
But anyway, this Megan Thee Stallion was in a car with her ex-boyfriend. Well, yeah, it's awkward now. He's about to get arrested, so not sure they could be pen pals if they're going to stay together. But he shot her in a car in both feet.
No, in one foot.
No, you guys missed. I read the story yesterday.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, both feet.
So twice?
Yeah, both feet. Yeah,
Okay.
your face says everything. So you haven't heard of it. You're welcome.
She's not walking away. He did the job, I reckon.
Yeah, listen, and I mean, he did. If he's looking, look, he's gonna pay the time. He did the job. Fair enough. Maybe it was a hit. Weird to have a hit on your girlfriend and do it yourself. But he's going to jail for about 23 years. Senzo told me.
Hold on. Do you know that
If
that
you
was
shoot
like
someone in the foot, you get jailed for 23 years.
Yeah.
It's a double entendre. What you said.
Yes.
It's a hit. They're both musicians.
Yes.
And
Yeah, he made the wrong hit. And he's going to be on the wrong
But
chart.
he lied about it as well, because he lied about it, and then he tried to offer her money, and then it was that 23, and then he failed to reach a plea bargain.
Oh my god!
So now he's
just a slime ball.
He's in the mire, and he's a Canadian guy, and Canadian guys are so nice.
Yeah, they're usually boring people, but shout out to him. Wow, shooting your girlfriend in the foot. What an interesting way to try and break up. I mean, whatever happened to just changing the status on Facebook? But okay, who am I to say? I mean, I'm not a Grammy Award-winning artist. Listen, Flip, let's turn it around. I don't want this show to be about shooting your girlfriend in the foot, because we're about sports, big-time sports. Jimbo, let's put up the graphic of the last time the Springboks beat Wales. The Springboks will play the Dragons this weekend, who got absolutely decimated by... did you see the All Blacks game last weekend? Ugh. Oh. Man, oh man. Is it, hey?
Not beautiful for rugby.
That's a bit like Grey Blum playing St. David, you know what I mean? It was just... Oh, sorry, Senzo.
Leave me out of this.
Sorry.
I'm just collateral to you, just to wipe the floor with me.
Oh, no, sorry. All right, look, this in 2013, for those watching on YouTube, this was the last time the Springboks beat the Welsh, the Dragons. Every Jones in town came to town and they lost and they went home unhappy. Right, at 15, we had Michael House, Lothario, Patrick Lambie.
Jesus.
At 14, we had Sharks giant JP Peterson. At 13, we had the guy who scored the most important try of my entire life, and I had tickets for the game and I couldn't go against the Lions in 2009. The great Jacques Fourie. At number 12, we have a guy who's jumped off a men's health cover straight into being the captain at inside centre, Jean de Villiers. At 11, we had a man who went to Yeovil High School, also known as Cares, Brian Habana, the great Brian Habana. At number 10, we had a man who 12 years apart broke the heart of the British and Irish Lions, Mornay Steyn. At number 9, the greatest, I believe, Springbok to ever play, and I believe top 2 rugby players of all time, but certainly the greatest scrum half to ever play rugby. Just this guy, unbelievable. Flip's best mate, Fourie Dupree. At number 8, a man who's still playing and I believe is actually a bear that's just been shaved down to look like a human, Dwayne Vermeulen. At number 7, a human being the size of a house, literally a small 2-room apartment with a pool house, Willem Albert. Absolute monster of a man. At number 6, we had the brilliant Western Province fetcher, Francois Lowe. At number 5, we'll finish off on that one. At number 4, we had a guy whose biceps are the size of a human baby. At number 3, we had a guy, he's got a dad bod, but one of the best scrummages South Africa has ever produced, a tight head, Frans Malherbe. At number 2, the man whose brother was a doctor and for the 2007 World Cup got his call up, by the way, while he was delivering a baby, but this guy on his own. Whew, people who like Malcolm Marx, this guy.
He's the real deal.
Bismarck du Plessis, made and bred, of course, at Grey Bloem. At number 1, our one and very own Mr. Teddy Bear, but I'll rip your arms off, from Zimbabwe. Just a great rugby player, the one and only Tendai Bizentarira. And of course, at Slot, at number 5, we had our Dimana from Bloemfontein in the scrum cap. Hey, have you not shaved since that day? Did you just crystallize it? Because that looks like exactly the same November you had. At 5 was Flip. Flip, take us through this day, pal.
Yeah, it is a very thin beginning of November moustache. That is, well, because we play by the rules. We have to shave it off, and then it has to grow from day one. It also looks like I stole my baby brother's scrum cap there. It might have been Pat Lambie's, I don't know. It's very small. Oh, it was a fast action. My gosh. It's like the Venda boys trying to go with Durex. You must have, if you don't have the double X, it's very small. No.
And a lot of people may not understand what you're saying there is Venda guy is obviously well blessed in the down south, for those who didn't get the reference there. And
apparently they planted a tree for those guys. They planted a tree. No, apparently when you're born as a Venda guy, they planted a tree for you.
Yeah, to make sure.
If that tree's still growing.
Yes. Oh, you're going to be the one.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So, Flip, on this day, I mean, it's the last time we haven't beaten the Joneses or the Welsh, since 2013. Like, what is it about Wales? We just can't do the business.
In Wales.
Well, in Wales, yeah.
Well, I think we went after that, we went through that Alistair Coetzee phase, where it was a little bit, unfortunately. So the same team that won the World Cup 2 years ago actually played in that space. So and Wales were pretty good, as Wales do. They're very good between World Cups. Never had the World Cup, and it stays an international test. It stays very, very difficult to win an international test, no matter who you play. So I went there 2017. I think I went 2017. Actually, watched as the box were warming up and balls were falling on the floor, and you just knew it's not going to be the day. But the great experience going to it's not the Millennium Stadium anymore; it's Principality Stadium now.
Oh, that's it.
Great experience when they sing "Bread of Heaven" and the roof is closed and it echoes, and everyone forgets about COVID and beers on free flow. Very great place to be, Cardiff.
Get in all of it, Flip. So what are we thinking this weekend? I mean, Jimbo, do we have the lineup for this weekend? I mean, it's a young team. It's an interesting team that we've gone with here. What are we thinking? Is we going to give our... Well, I don't want to say it's the B team, because I think Rassi and and the boys have built a really, really strong squad. I think this weekend is definitely letting the other guys to see what we got, right? So what are we thinking this weekend? How do you see it going? An interesting one is Jesse Creel at right wing.
Excited to see will be Willems and Creel. I think Jesse must be itching to play. He was the man in the seat, and just until World Cup he got an injury, and then Mr. Magic himself came into the game, and he just didn't have the space. He didn't play any of the Lions series. He didn't feature in the Rugby Championship. So I think Jesse is gonna have to prove a point on Saturday. He definitely, that guy is. It's like all the men's health covers want to look like him. He's not even on the cover. People just want to look like him. But great. He's got everything. He's got all the skill. He's got all the speed you need on the wing. He's up against one of the Joneses there on the wing. I can't remember what is he.
36 of them. Yeah.
Probably Tom Jones's 36th son on the wing. So it's gonna be exactly the sex bomb. Gonna be a good challenge for him. And then Willems. I mean, Willie Leroux, the Twitter spoken Willie Leroux is out of the team. So Willems has cap now. He has a cap to show what he's up to. Very versatile player. It's gonna get heated in Cardiff on Saturday. It's not an easy game to play. You've got Dan Bigger, who's very much on the source, knows what he's up to. So it will be how our forwards will do. I mean, look at it back. Not very much anything to be scared of from the Welsh side if you see the back that you have in front of you. Jesus. So hopefully they get a lot of front football and they can enjoy themselves.
No, I mean, Flip, I would imagine they love seeing you because you're a bit of a legend. So, I mean, have you spoken to any of the guys? I mean, you don't tell us exactly what they said. How are the guys feeling? How's the camp? How's the fatigue? Because I've been worried that the season's been too long and we're asking them to go. But what is the mental space from some of the guys you've spoken to in the Springbok camp? How are the boys feeling? What's the gees like?
I think this time around was much easier than before those two tests against Australia, where they had to isolate for 14 days and couldn't move around. They came out earlier to Paris to train, to skip the quarantine in UK, which helped a lot. I mean, they lived up in Paris. They went to a few football games.
I hope they didn't run into the transvestite prostitute. I don't know. I hope they didn't get held up by a transvestite prostitute, because that's happening in Paris.
But they were at PSG's stadium. They took them on a tour, so they took a photo with the owner. So they might have met like Ander Herrera and.
Oh, let's hope not.
Yeah, so I don't know. They might have taken.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with transvestite prostitutes. What I'm saying is, I just hope they don't get robbed. I'm saying that's the problem. Is you can be whatever type of prostitute you want, and also you can be Ander Herrera and be into whatever you want. I hope our boys are not getting robbed there. So, listen, Flip. Just quickly as we wrap up, man, what are you expecting? What should we as South Africans expect tomorrow? Because with that team, Jimbo, give us the graphic again there, guys. I just want to quickly run through the pack. I mean, it's a monster of a pack. And Flip, as you're looking at it, what do you see here that he's picked for, and what should we be expecting? So, Oxenchair, Mbonambi, Etzebeth, De Jager, Smith, Vermeulen, and our captain Siya Kolisi. So what do you think from what you're seeing on paper here? What do you see unfolding early on?
Yeah, I see total dominance. There's a bit of pressure on them, seeing what New Zealand did to Wales last week. So obviously Wales will pull up the socks and say, okay, well, we forgot what Southern Hemisphere teams do. Now we actually have to play rugby again. It's not touch rugby. It's not complaining to the ref. It's real rugby. So they'll be better. Wales have lost their captain, so they will definitely start, be a little bit on the back foot, but it also gives space for a new guy. We don't know what Alan Jones has been, maybe a little bit of a pressure there. He's been in the job for a little bit too long. So exactly, maybe just get him out, get a new guy in, might help. We never know. Also, sorry, there's a new plane just arrived. So a lot of people.
No, it's okay. We can hear you. Don't worry about it. You're in an airport. People need to know this is it's 2021. It's podcast central. You know what I mean?
It's international show. International show.
Hey, come on now.
Come on now.
Come on now. Hey, listen, Flip. I hope you have all of the. So quickly before you go, Flip. Are you sitting with the yuppies where there's obviously no sandwiches and bread allowed and it's just prawns and imported fruit? Or are you sitting with the Oaks, the Dimana and you Oaks having a couple of beers in the stands?
Not at all. I'm a rugby fan through and through. So although I very much do like speaking with the high-end fancies and getting paid to go, this time around I bought my own ticket. I'm meeting up with some friends in London tomorrow morning. A bunch of South Africans that we know there's Wimbledon, is like Pretoria basically. So meeting up with them. We're taking a bus down to Cardiff. Gonna live our best lives.
Any famous guys or girls?
Sitting.
Can you say?
To me, yeah, definitely.
Oh, can you say, or is it a bit?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. I mean,
I don't know. There's no one really famous. They're very famous in the business world and stuff like that. But
I knew it.
Not so,
yeah, this guy. He's sitting in the yuppie seats for what normal people would be. He didn't want to reveal it, but we got it out of him. Then I'm gonna sit. I'm a rugby fan. There's come on, you're Cambridge guy, business people.
I'll send you photos.
Oh,
I'll send you the photos.
Okay, let's have a quick guess. I'm thinking Sheikh Mansour.
Mansour?
Yeah. What do you think?
Oh, he's introducing him to rugby?
No. Yo, hey, come through. Hey, pal, you know the hydrogen thing we're doing? We're the guys.
Yeah.
Come through. Don't worry about United Arab Emirates. Come here. Yeah, besties, hey.
No, but he can't. Mansour's busy.
What's he up to?
He's watching his team get the breaks beat off them.
By Man United?
Yeah.
Hey, Senzo turning it around, making himself a meme. Yeah, there we go. Flip.
Be cool.
Your face has told me everything. Well, Flip, you know what? Today was an international show indeed. Nice to catch you at the airport. And I appreciate you making the effort. I know you are in transition. So I appreciate you making the effort, number one, with the Movember, which obviously you shaved this morning. And again, this is just where we are.
I'm going to shave mine off now because mine pales in comparison.
Senzo, you are my mate and I do love you, brother. But it's disgusting once I've seen Flips. You know what I mean? Like, and I like that self-awareness. Paulo, you know. Although, Paulo, now, you are Portuguese. And I don't know if this is racist. But I would imagine Portuguese people are great at Movember because shave in the morning, boom, full on.
Oh yeah, no, we have our we're ready to.
Portuguese women.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're ready to go. Moms, dads, it's a family affair. By the second, we've won by the second. All the money. I
had a Portuguese mate at school. He used to shave in the morning. By second break.
You look like you do now.
Oh yes, boy.
Yeah.
So what is it? Is it the fishing? Is it the Madeira and water? What?
Yeah, it's a lot of things. Like most Portuguese family photos look like a village people reunion.
Okay, all right, okay, that's what
I can say that. I'm allowed saying that.
No, Flip. I mean, that's part of it. Yes, he's just said that. Flip, look after yourself. Enjoy the rugby and enjoy hanging out with Jeff Bezos as you guys sit in the rugby fan seats. Which are probably, there's only like 6 of you in a 20-seat space. Please do enjoy that. I'm looking forward to. Flip, you're awesome, bro. Travel safe and have the time of your life. Thanks for making the effort. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, to the boys. Senzo, good stuff. Paulo, great stuff. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm looking forward to talking about United, and I will be texting everybody in this office regardless what happens because
no phone.
Well, I mean, with Senzo, I'll send a smoke signal or a pigeon. But Senzo, great stuff this week, bro. Paulo, awesome as always. To the boys in the back, shout out. James obviously undergoing a financial transition. He will need a new financial advisor, but that's, hey, builds character. Ryan understanding that
Jesus is the only financial advisor who can help him now.
But you always rag James about not being able to sleep at night.
Yes.
Is he having financial difficulties?
Yes. And now
debt counseling. Now I can introduce him to my guy.
James, you could fight this. You know who might fight this case for you?
Marco De Broglie.
If
it's not your fault, it shouldn't be your problem.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And it wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
So Marco, if you're watching,
yeah,
James needs you.
Marco De Broglie, that man with his hands. We'll end on that shot. Actually, let's end while I talk over James's face. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an absolute honor to do this job. Yesterday, Stefan Battaglia sent me a shirt, an Inter Milan shirt. I have every single message that you send to my inbox. I may not reply, but to the guys in here, I want you to know we do have an incredible responsibility to do and a privilege to do this job. And I'm not just saying it because I've received I counted yesterday 73 messages of people, different people, who have said your show is alleviating my mental health and the challenges I'm facing. And that's not me making it up. In my Instagram DMs, 73, because I counted yesterday after I got the shirt. 73 people that were helping for 2 hours a day. And it's ridiculous that we get to do this for a job. So it is an absolute privilege to do this. To Tweedledee and Tweedledum over there. On the left, a little poorer. On the right, going back to the devil this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to say for this week with the boys, the MKT Show is the hell out of here.